Hey and welcome to another clip view video. Today we're going to be talking about Wabi-Sabi. Such an interesting term. It's almost like Kimosabi. Anyways, it's beauty and imperfection and impairments. So it's another one that's kind of interesting. Figured I'd just share it with you guys. Alright. So, the cracked teacup. Imagine this. A humble teacup sits on a low wooden table. Its surface is chipped, a thin crack running down its side. To most eyes, it looks broken. Something to be thrown away. Kind of reminds me. Nowadays, really. I mean, you get to a crack in your screen, and what do? You throw it away. So much e-waste. Shoot, there's a ton of stuff like some stuff's just really made horribly. Like it just will not last. But instead of discarding it, a Japanese craftsman carefully gathers lacquer mixed with powdered gold. Slowly, patiently, he fills the crack, sealing the broken with shimmering veins of light. When it's finished, the cup does not hide its scars, it celebrates them. The gold lines transform what once seen as damaged into something unique, precious, and even more beautiful than before. This is not just pottery repair. This is kintsugi, the golden joinery. It's an actual thing. Kintsugi is interesting. I mean, like they got these wallets out nowadays. Where's one? Over here. These ones, and they purposely grind veins in them, and then they take gold flake and rub it in, and it looks just amazing. That's what this kind of reminds me of. So starting to see a little bit here and there. Wabi-Sabi is the quiet beauty of imperfection, is the gentle wisdom of impermanence. It reminds us that everything, objects, seasons, people, even our own lives, is in a constant state of change. And in that change, in those flaws, in those fleeting moments, lies a beauty more profound than perfection could ever offer. So in this video, we will journey into the heart of Wabi-Sabi, its roots, its role in Japanese culture, and we'll even get into how it can reshape the way we see the world today. But first, let us begin by asking, what does it mean to truly see beauty? Not in spite of imperfection, but because of it. Chapter 1. The roots of Wabi-Sabi. To understand Wabi-Sabi, we must first listen to the whispers hidden within its two characters. Wabi, which is once carried a meaning of loneliness, even sadness. Living in nature, away from society. But over time, its meaning softened, becoming associated with simplicity, humility, and a quiet contentment with less. Wabi is the beauty of the rustic and the unrefined. A wooden bowl, and carved in. What are you doing, silly puppy? What are you doing? Hand carved and asymmetrical, or a tea hut built of bamboo and straw. Now the second part of it, Sabi, on the other hand, speaks of its time's gentle touch, the patina of age, the stillness of solitude, the elegance of things that have weathered the years. A moss-covered stone, lantern in a garden, the worn steps of a temple, the crackle of old glaze on pottery. When Wabi and Sabi join together, they give birth to a way of seeing the world. Wabi-Sabi, a deep appreciation of imperfection, impermanence, and authenticity. The roots of this philosophy stretch back into Zen Buddhism, where monks emphasize the fleeting nature of all things. Life, they taught, is like the cherry blossom, brilliant for a brief moment, then carried away by the wind. Instead of resisting this truth, Zen invited people to embrace it, to find peace within the transient. Wabi-Sabi blossom mostly vividly in the Japanese tea ceremony. I still want to do a video on the Japanese tea ceremony. I just gotta get the right equipment to do it. Pioneered by tea masters like Senyo Rikyo, okay, got it. In place of dazzling polished perfection, they preferred rustic bowls, unevenly shaped, their imperfection celebrated as a reflection of nature itself. The tea hut was small, unadorned, and dimly lit. Yet within that simplicity, guests discovered a beauty far deeper than luxury could ever provide. Wabi-Sabi is not a philosophy. Not a philosophy to be explained once and understood. It is something to be felt, though. A breeze moving through the bamboo, the fading of autumn leaves, which I feel is quite appropriate since we're into my favorite season of fall, and our leaves are actually changing colors. I just wish they lasted more than a week of coloring, because literally it's like 1 week they're this color and next week they're falling off the tree. Alright, as I was, the quiet of a weathered home that has seen generations come and go. It whispers, nothing lasts. Nothing is finished. Nothing is perfect. And that is where beauty lives. It's definitely where beauty lives. And we're always chasing perfection. Do we ever really find it? No. That's why I say those who say they found perfection that they were seeking, I tell them, either you're lying to yourself or your definition of perfection is not of this world. Because nothing in this world is perfect. As my mom always used to say, practice makes perfect. And as a kid I always used to say, well, I practice enough so when it does come time, I act without thinking. Chapter 2. Wabi-Sabi in culture and in life. When you walk through a traditional Japanese garden, you don't find bright, rigidly trimmed hedges or symmetrical rows of flowers. Instead, you find moss softening the stones, a pond reflecting the sky, crooked pines bending with age, and lanterns weathered by rain and time. The garden feels alive, imperfect, and ever-changing. This is Wabi-Sabi. In a tea ceremony, a guest might be handed a simple earthenware cup, uneven in form, its glaze cracked with fine lines. Far from being seen as flawed, the cup is treasured because of these irregularities. It reflects the hand of its maker, the passing of time, and the spirit of nature itself. In architecture, you see it in wooden farmhouses with thatched roofs, slowly darkened by years of smoke and weather. In literature and haikus, it appears in Basha's verse, and I quote, "A single crow perches, autumn dusk deepens, and lonely branches sways." End quote. This is the cultural heartbeat of Wabi-Sabi, the gentle honoring of time, imperfection, and transience. But Wabi-Sabi is not locked away in gardens and tea rooms. It has lessons for us right here in our modern lives. It teaches us to embrace imperfection, to let go of exhausting chase for flawlessness. The scratch on your favorite table, the wrinkle on your skin, the mistakes in your journey, these are not blemishes, but markers of life lived. It reminds us of impermanence, that nothing we hold will last forever. Instead of fearing this truth, Wabi-Sabi invites us to cherish moments while we have them. The laughter of a friend, the fading glow of a sunset, even the warmth of a morning cup of coffee or tea. None will stay forever, and that is what makes them precious. And it shows us the value of simplicity, to strip away the unnecessary, to surround ourselves not with what is most expensive, but with what carries meaning. A handwritten letter, a chipped mug with memories, the sound of rain on the roof. Worn and scratched blades. In this way, Wabi-Sabi is not just a philosophy. It is a lens. One that changes how we see everything. The world around us, the people we love, the people we've lost, and even ourselves. Definitely ourselves. Chapter 3. From Zen to Practice. At the heart of Wabi-Sabi lies Zen Buddhism. I know, interesting, huh? Never thought we would be talking about Zen and Buddhism at the same time, but here we are. Which kind of brings me to my next point. Everybody thinks their one religion they vow to is whole, complete, perfect. And I guarantee you, the ones I have looked at are incomplete. For example, did you know there's missing books out of the Bible? And I'm not talking like 2 or 3 or 5. No, we're talking way past 5. If I recall right, I think it's like 7 or 8. Where are they? What do they hold? What stories do they tell? Because that right there could change the whole meaning of a religion. Just saying. Catholics? Okay. Mormonism? Oh, we don't want to get started on those. Just take a trip down to Utah, you'll see. So yeah, what religion is perfect? If you say you know one, no. Because like I said, nothing is perfect in this world. Alright, I digress. Where was I? Zen monks taught that life is fleeting, like the morning dew of a candle's flame. To cling permanence is to suffer. To accept impermanence is to find peace. Zen shaped Japanese art and culture in subtle, powerful ways. In some ways, they were painful. In the tea ceremony, silence between sips was as important as the tea itself. In gardens, the empty space. Ma, told you, everything's combined here. Empty space right there. Empty space between stones spoke louder than what was planted. In calligraphy, a single brushstroke revealed not perfection, but the living moment of the artist's hand. This Zen influence reminds us, Wabi-Sabi is not only about aesthetics, it is about how we live. It is about embracing change, finding serenity in imperfection, and most of all, awakening to beauty in the present moment. But philosophy must step off the page and into life. So how can we bring Wabi-Sabi into our own world? Far from the tatami mats and the moss gardens of Japan? Here are a few practices we can try. We got the kintsugi mindset. So the next time something breaks, resist the urge to throw it away. Instead, repair it, if possible, and celebrate the story it carries. Even if you cannot repair with gold, repair with care. And remember, the scars can be beautiful. 2, a simple tea ritual. So tomorrow morning, make tea or coffee without rushing. Choose a cup you love, even if it's chipped. Notice the warmth in your hands, the rising steam, the quiet between sips. This is your personal tea ceremony. And number 3, haiku of the moment. Write 3 lines capturing something fleeting, a sound, a feeling, or a change in the season, for example. Fall and autumn leaves. Like I said, fall's my favorite, so yeah, it's going to be what I choose. Fall, autumn leaves, right? Carried down the quiet stream, vanishes from sight. No need for perfection there. Only honesty. Number 4, simplicity in space. There's that ma again. I'll just stop. No, it's getting annoying. So the simplicity in space, right? Choose one corner of your home, which we spoke about, and remove what is unnecessary. Leave behind only what feels alive with meaning. A single flower in a jar, a well-worn book. Maybe it's a photograph of someone you love. Let that space breathe. Number 5, and the last one. Embrace transience. Spend a few minutes watching something change. The setting sun, clouds drifting by, candle burning down. Remind yourself, nothing lasts, and that is why it is precious. These small acts are more than rituals. They are invitations to see the world differently, to see yourself differently. Wabi-Sabi is not about creating something new. It is about uncovering the beauty that was already there, waiting in the cracks, in the silence, and most of all, the passing time. Chapter 4. Wabi-Sabi in self and relationships. This one I think will mean more than anything I will read tonight in this. Wabi-Sabi teaches us a truth many of us have long resisted. Imperfection is not failure. It is life. I really need to write that down so I can remember that. Imperfection is not failure. It is life. I mean, if I could get that down, can you imagine how much of a mindset that will change for me? How much of an enlightenment that would be? See the world in a whole different light because of that simple sentence. Imperfection is not failure, it is life. So it failed today? Does that mean that it's imperfect? No. It's not in the failure if it's just life. I was living life. So why beat myself up for being imperfect? Just food for thought. When we apply Wabi-Sabi to ourselves, we begin to see our flaws not as liabilities, but as markers of experience, resilience, and most of all, of growth. A scar on the skin, mistaken judgment, definitely mistaken judgment. A chapter of life that didn't go as planned. Yep, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. That's what I always say. Let's be honest, turn the page. Because if I always live in the past, I will stay in the past. If I always live in the future, how do you do that, right? And then you're always going to fail because you don't know what to expect. So where do you live? In the here, in the now. Definitely in the here and now. These are not blemishes to hide, they are threads in the tapestry of who we are. By embracing our imperfections, we free ourselves from the impossible chase for perfection, and instead step into authenticity. This mindship, sorry, this not myself today. This mindset reshapes our relationships as well. When we accept that we are all imperfect, we naturally become more compassionate and patient with others. That's what I think we all need to learn is patience with one another. I'm sorry, things don't happen in life to your terms, your expectations, when you want them done. You gotta remember, when you involve someone else in your plans, you can guarantee nothing will go to plan. Some people run late, some people run early. Some don't show at all. We notice the beauty in friends, especially in friends' quirks, partners, centrists, ECCNTRICITIES. I cannot speak today. The small gesture of care that might otherwise be unnoticed. Just as the golden seams of a repaired teacup makes it precious, yeah, it definitely would make it precious. Vulnerability and imperfection in the people we love make them uniquely beautiful. Like I said, you look for beauty, you're going to find beauty. You look for weeds, you're going to find weeds. So what do you want? Weeds or beauty? Wabi-Sabi also teaches us the art of presence. Relationships, like life, are impermanent. Moments with loved ones will change, and people themselves evolve and change. Instead of clinging to an idealized version of them or of ourselves, why look outwards when we really need to be looking inwards? We learn to cherish the now, to listen deeply, to celebrate what is real rather than what we wish it to be. Through this lens, every interaction becomes meaningful. A conversation over tea, a shared laugh, a quiet walk. Even moments of disagreement or struggle carry a quiet elegance, for they reflect the impermanent, evolving nature of human connection. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Ultimately, Wabi-Sabi invites us to ask a gentle question of ourselves. What if beauty is not found in being flawless, but in being fully, authentically human? Great question. When we answer yes to this question, we step into a world where our own hearts and the hearts of those around us are treasured, not despite their cracks, but because of them. When we answer yes to this question, it is meaning you're willing to see the person for who they really are and accept them for who they are. Stop trying to change them. Stop trying to understand them. Just be thankful that they are there, because you don't know how long they will be there. That's why it's important to live in the moment now. If you don't live in the moment now, you might have just missed out on that last moment with them. Trust me, I know. I've lost many. Chapter 5. Living Wabi-Sabi, Reflection and Practice. Begin. Just breathe. We begin with a cracked teacup, transformed by gold. We explored the roots of Wabi-Sabi, its presence in Japanese culture, its lesson for the self, and how it reshapes relationships. Now, it's Time to take this lesson into your own life. Wabi-Sabi is not just a philosophy to admire from afar. It is a way of being. To live it is to notice beauty in the small, the imperfect, and the fleeting. Here are some practices to help you bring Wabi-Sabi into your world as it has helped me. 1. Find beauty in imperfection. Look around your home or your workspace. Identify one item that is worn, chipped, or imperfect. Pause and reflect on that story it carries, and most of all, appreciate as it is. Number 2, create a simple tea ritual. Choose a cup you love, even if it's imperfect. Pour a drink slowly. Focus on the warmth, the aroma, and the feel of it in your hands. Let yourself be fully present in that moment. Number 3, write a Wabi-Sabi reflection or a haiku. So do this one, capture a fleeting moment, imperfection, or a small beauty in the words. Don't aim for perfection. Instead, let honesty guide your writing. Number 4, repair or restore. This is what I'm doing right now. I got it. Something that'll be coming to me that's very precious. And when you get to here, I'll definitely plan on sharing it with you guys. So practice a small act of repair, whether it's mending a broken item, sewing a worn piece of clothing, or simply putting care into something neglected. Celebrate the process, not just the result. Simplify your spaces. Number 5. Remove what no longer serves you. Surround yourself with objects or space that carry meaning, that carry memory, and most of all carry beauty in their imperfections. Number 6. Mindful observation of change. That's what I did tonight. Watch the sunset, a leaf falling, or water rippling in a pond. So soothing, relaxing, mesmerizing even. Now notice the impermanence without judgment. Reflect on how everything changes in that moment, including you. So I guarantee you, if you live in that moment, or even if you just reflect on how everything changes over that time, that little amount of time you were there, or all day, whatever time you put into it, you'll see some change, I guarantee you. And what I'm saying is, when you see that change, cherish it. Because, that is just the moment that is to be cherished, because it will not, that moment will never repeat itself in the ripples of your life. So, yep, as you move through your days, notice the imperfection teacups, the golden seams, and the quiet moments slipping by. Beauty in yourself and those around you. Not in spite of imperfection, but because of it. And remember, to embrace Wabi-Sabi is to embrace life itself. in all its fleeting, fragile, and extraordinary glory. And I can read that over and over. Alright, let's get to the outro. Motivational speech style. That's what I try to come up for you guys. My little touch on it. Alright, close your eyes for a moment. Oh yeah, close them. Oh, that means you, yeah. Alright, your eyes closed? Alright. Imagine the cracks in a teacup, shining with gold. Imagine the weathered stones of a garden, each one carrying decades of rain, wind, and sun. Imagine yourself, flawed, imperfect, yet uniquely radiant. Life is not meant to be perfect. It is not meant to be. It is meant to be lived. And in the imperfection, in the fleeting moments, in the things that change and fade, there lies a beauty more profound than any polished surface could ever offer. You are not broken. That's right, you aren't. You may think you are, but you're not. You need to stop thinking like that. It's negative thinking. You think positive. Like I said in my last videos, several videos, change the way you think, or change the way you act. So yes, you are not broken. You are evolving. Your scars, your mistakes, your moments of doubt, they are not marks of failure. They are markers of courage, resilience, and the story only you can tell. When you embrace Wabi-Sabi, you begin to see beauty is not in perfection. Beauty is in the cracks, the shifts, the impermanence of it all. And the world responds to that truth. Your relationships, they will deepen. Your creativity will awaken. Your presence becomes a gift. So today, I challenge you. That's right. I challenge each and every one of you. Notice the small, the fleeting, the imperfect. Celebrate it. Repair it. Cherish it. Write a haiku. Drink your tea slowly. Repair something you love. No matter if it's a thing or a person, fix it. Let life's gold seams shine. Because the more you honor the imperfect, the more you uncover the extraordinary hidden in everyday life. So walk forward with this truth and say, you are enough. You are human. You are Wabi-Sabi. And as you go, remember, imperfection is not a flaw. It is your greatest strength. It is your story. And most of all, it is your beauty. That was a very deep subject, and I am glad I went and revised this over and over again to literally get this down for you guys. So, show you guys one last time. what we just discussed. That's how it's written in Japanese. Or actually be that way. But anyways. I hope you were able to find some meaning in that. If something resonated with you, something that you feel like you could learn from, share it down below. Let others know. We're not alone going through the same stuff. Trust me, we all go through the same stuff. Even though we might think we're going through it alone, we're not. Guarantee you someone has already gone through it, has experienced it, has dealt with it, has learned from it, has grown from it. So please, share down below. Found this helpful, you liked it, give it a thumbs up. All I ask is, I'd like to see you guys subscribe so you can stay tuned with me. Because I'm trying to teach you guys as much philosophy as I can to try to make your guys' lives better. You shouldn't have to go to college to learn this. Should have learned this from our parents. Some of us have. A lot of us haven't. But I guarantee you, what we know will power us for eternity. That's why it's crucial to learn and grow in this life and be better than what we were yesterday. And because we weren't perfect doesn't mean we're never going to be. Aim high if you have to. At least that's something to aim for. Anyways, thanks for watching Clipview. See you guys in the next video.